February 9th, 2023, 6:23 a.m. Vuhledar approach, Donetsk Oblast. Russian armored column advances, 36 vehicles, 12 T-72 tanks, 15 BMP infantry fighting vehicles, 9 BTR armored personnel carriers, moving toward Ukrainian positions at Vuhledar. Column formation, tight spacing, standard mechanized assault, terrain funnels movement, hills on flanks, open ground ahead, only one approach route. Russians take it, because doctrine says mechanized forces advance in column, because reconnaissance didn't identify trap, because someone decided 36 vehicles could break Ukrainian defenses through mass and momentum. Ukrainian artillery observers watch. Thermal sights track every vehicle. Laser rangefinders calculate exact distances. GPS coordinates locked. Fire control computers calculate firing solutions. Multiple artillery batteries ready. M777 howitzers. 2 S1 Gvozdika self-propelled guns. BM-21 Grad rocket launchers. Every gun zeroed on approach route. Russians don't know this. Advance continues, confidently, predictably, into perfect kill zone. At 7:14 a.m., 51 minutes after column entered kill zone, 36 Russian vehicles are destroyed or abandoned. Every single one. 12 tanks burning, 15 BMPs wrecked, 9 BTRs immobilized, 0 Ukrainian positions captured, 0 breakthrough achieved, just wreckage visible from space. Perfect artillery execution. Perfect Russian failure. This is what happens when attackers advance predictably into prepared defenses with pre-registered fires. This is Vuhledar. This is why Russians lost 150 plus armored vehicles trying to take one town. This is IronBullet. And what happened to this column wasn't battle. It was systematic destruction, where perfect defensive preparation meets perfect artillery execution meets enemy who provides perfect target through tactical incompetence, where 36 armored vehicles get annihilated in 51 minutes because Ukrainian artillery knows exactly where Russians will be, and Russians cooperate by being exactly there. The question isn't whether Ukrainian artillery destroyed this column. Satellite imagery proves it. Question is how artillery achieves this precision. Why Russians provided perfect target through predictable movement. And what this reveals about asymmetry between professional defensive preparation and Soviet-era offensive tactics that assume mass overcomes competence. Official Russian statements after destruction. Silence initially, then deflection. Tactical regrouping. No acknowledgement that entire column was annihilated. No explanation for catastrophic losses. Just pretend 36 vehicles weren't destroyed in under an hour. Pretend offensive is succeeding. Reality says otherwise. Wreckage says otherwise. But admitting reality means admitting failure. Easier to lie. Ukrainian statements, professional satisfaction. Artillery crews confirm kills. Drone footage released showing systematic destruction. Each vehicle catalogued, each hit recorded. Propaganda value is immense, but also tactical reality. Ukrainian artillery performed exactly as trained. Pre-registered fires, coordinated batteries, perfect execution. This is what Western artillery training produces. This is what Soviet doctrine can't counter. Precision defeats mass when precision is this good. Stay with me, because the detail that explains this annihilation, how 36 vehicles died in 51 minutes, is going to show you that modern artillery isn't about lobbing shells randomly toward enemy. It's mathematics, physics, coordination, pre-planned firing solutions executed perfectly when enemy enters designated kill zone. Ukrainian artillery spent weeks preparing Vuhledar approaches, measured every distance, calculated every firing solution, stored coordinates in fire control computers. When Russians entered kill zone, artillery just executed pre-planned fires, automatically, professionally, lethally. Russians died not because Ukrainian gunners were lucky, because Ukrainian gunners were prepared and Russians were predictable. Let's establish what actually happened. Minute by minute, vehicle by vehicle, Vuhledar approaches. February 2023. Russians attacking for third time in a week. Previous assaults failed. This assault will too. But Russian command orders advance anyway. Different axes, same tactics, same result. Column assembles 5 kilometers from Ukrainian positions. Final preparations, crews confident, officers optimistic. Intelligence says Ukrainian defenses are degraded. Intelligence is wrong. Defenses are stronger, more prepared, more lethal. About to prove this catastrophically. Kill zone characteristics: open ground between hills, approximately 2 kilometers long, 800 meters wide. Slight uphill grade toward Ukrainian positions. Terrain funnels all vehicle movement through this area. No alternative routes. Hills are mined. Too steep for armor. Only option is valley. Ukrainian defenders know this. Spent weeks preparing. Every meter of kill zone has pre-registered coordinates. Every firing solution calculated. Ammunition pre-positioned. Everything ready. Just waiting for Russians to cooperate by advancing predictably. They will. Ukrainian artillery positions, multiple batteries, positioned behind Vuhledar on high ground, protected by terrain, hardened against counter-battery fire. Fire control network links all batteries, coordinates fires, prevents duplication, maximizes efficiency. This is NATO standard artillery integration. Professional, deadly. Russian counter-battery capability is inadequate. Can't suppress Ukrainian guns before they destroy column. Can't save column once firing begins. Can only watch and die. 6:23 a.m. Russian column crosses line of departure. Lead vehicles enter kill zone. Advance at 15 km/h. Careful. Watching for mines. Spacing is 50 meters between vehicles. This is wrong tactically. Too close for artillery environment. But doctrine says mechanized column maintains 50 meter spacing. So maintains it. Even when wrong. Russian military follows doctrine mechanically. This kills them. 6:35 a.m. Lead vehicles are 800 meters into kill zone. Ukrainian artillery observers confirm. All vehicles visible. Column committed to route. No turning back now. Terrain prevents rapid maneuver. Artillery crews receive fire mission. Pre-planned coordinates. Just execute. No calculation needed. Everything prepared. Guns elevate. Load. Wait for command. 6:40 a.m. Fire command given. All batteries. Simultaneous. First shells are already in flight when command finishes. Time to impact, 25 seconds. Russian column continues advancing. Unaware. Confident. About to be destroyed. 6:25 a.m. First shells impact. Walk along column. From lead vehicles backward. Precision. Each shell lands within 5 meters of aim point. This is what pre-registered fires achieve. Perfect accuracy. Lead tank hit directly. Catastrophic kill. Turret blown off. Second tank hit. Immobilized. Crew evacuates. Third tank tries to reverse. Too slow. Hit. Burns. In first 15 seconds, 6 vehicles destroyed or immobilized. Column hasn't even reacted yet. Russian column reacts. Chaos. Some vehicles accelerate. Try to escape forward. Others reverse. Try to escape backward. Others stop. Confused. All are wrong. Correct response is dispersal. Rapid maneuver away from impact zone. but terrain restricts maneuver. Column formation restricts dispersal. Doctrine doesn't provide procedure for this scenario, so individuals improvise. Poorly, die anyway. 6:42 a.m. Second volley impacts. Targets vehicles attempting to escape forward. Artillery observers adjust fires based on movement. More vehicles hit. BMPs explode. BTRs burn. Infantry attempts to dismount. Gets caught by artillery. Fragmentation kills exposed troops. Some survive. Scatter. Suppressed. Ineffective. No longer fighting force. Just individuals trying to survive. 6:45 a.m. Third volley. Targets rear vehicles. Column is trapped. Lead vehicles destroyed. Center vehicles under fire. Rear vehicles blocked by destroyed vehicles ahead. Can't advance. Can't retreat. Can only burn. Artillery systematically destroys column from both ends towards center. This is doctrinal execution, not lucky hits. Planned destruction sequence. Ukrainian artillery executes perfectly. 6:50 a.m. Russian vehicles attempt off-road maneuver. Desperation. Try to escape kill zone through mine terrain. Several vehicles hit mines. More immobilized. More burning. Others get stuck in soft ground. Immobilized differently. Still dead. Ukrainian artillery shifts fires. Targets vehicles attempting to escape. None succeed. All die trying. 7 a.m. 20 minutes of artillery fire. 28 vehicles destroyed. 8 remain. All damaged. All immobilized. Crews abandoning vehicles. Running. Artillery shifts to anti-personnel. Airburst shells. Fragmentation against fleeing troops. This is where it becomes massacre. Vehicles are destroyed. Now kill crews who survived. This is military necessity. Also horror. Both true simultaneously. 7:14 a.m. 51 minutes total. Last vehicle abandoned. Crew running. No vehicles remain operational. 36 destroyed or abandoned. Kill zone is graveyard. Smoke. Fire. Wreckage. Bodies. Ukrainian artillery ceases fire. Mission complete. Column annihilated. Approach route denied. Russian offensive stopped. Again. This is third column destroyed approaching Vuhledar in 1 week. Russians will try again tomorrow. Same tactics. Same result. Now the analysis. How this happened. What it means. Pre-registered fires. Ukrainian artillery prepared for weeks. Measured every meter of approach routes. Calculated firing solutions. Stored in computers. When Russians entered, just executed pre-planned fires. This is why accuracy was perfect. Not individual gunner skill in moment. Preparation beforehand. Russian column entered zone where every coordinate was already calculated. Just had to pull trigger. Automation and preparation defeated mass and momentum. Terrain exploitation. Vuhledar sits on high ground. Approaches are limited. Terrain funnels attackers into kill zones. Ukrainian defenders exploited this. Artillery positioned to cover approaches. Observation posts on high ground see everything. Russians must advance through open ground uphill into prepared defenses. This is suicide. Russian doctrine demands it anyway, so Russians die predictably. Fire coordination. Multiple Ukrainian batteries fired simultaneously, coordinated by fire control network. Prevented duplication. Maximized coverage. Each battery targeted different sections of column. No gaps. No redundancy. This is professional artillery employment. NATO standard. Russian counter battery can't suppress this because don't know where all batteries are. Can't target what can't locate. Ukrainian guns positioned behind terrain, hidden, protected. Lethal. Russian tactical rigidity. Column advanced predictably. Column formation. standard spacing, predictable speed, no reconnaissance determining Ukrainian artillery positions, no suppression before advance, just drive into kill zone assuming mass provides protection. It doesn't. Mass just provides more targets. Ukrainian artillery killed 36 vehicles because Russians gave them 36 targets in perfect kill zone. Russian tactics enabled their own destruction. Casualty asymmetry. Ukrainian artillery destroyed 36 vehicles and killed wounded hundreds of Russian soldiers while taking 0 casualties themselves. This is modern artillery warfare when done correctly. Kill from beyond visual range. Enemy can't return fire effectively. Asymmetry is total. Russians died. Ukrainians survived. This asymmetry is why artillery is king of battlefield, when employed competently. Ukrainian artillery is competent. Russian artillery tried counter-battery, failed. Gap in competence is measured in destroyed vehicles. 3 questions from the beginning. Time to answer them. How does artillery destroy 36 vehicles in 51 minutes? Preparation, pre-registered fires, fire coordination, target-rich environment. Ukrainian artillery spent weeks preparing kill zone, calculated every coordinate. When Russians entered, just executed pre-planned fires, simultaneously, from multiple batteries. Russian column was perfect target, punched, predictable, restricted by terrain. Artillery precision destroyed them systematically, and not luck. Professional execution against incompetent enemy movement. Why did Russians advance predictably into kill zone? Doctrinal rigidity. Russian tactics assume mass and momentum overcome defenses. Assume enemy artillery can't achieve this precision. Both wrong, but doctrine is doctrine. Officers follow it mechanically, even when suicidal. Even after previous columns were destroyed same way. Institutional learning doesn't occur. Just repeat same tactics, same failures, same casualties. This is how militaries destroy themselves, through inability to adapt. What does this reveal about artillery warfare asymmetry? Everything. Western training produces Ukrainian artillery crews who plan professionally, execute precisely, coordinate effectively. Soviet doctrine produces Russian forces who advance predictably, punch targets, provide perfect conditions for own destruction. Technology matters. Answers and S7 howitzers are good, but preparation and competence matter more. Ukrainian artillery with Soviet guns and Western training would still be lethal. Western guns just make it easier. Asymmetry is training and competence, not just technology. The lesson from this column's destruction is that artillery is decisive when preparation meets execution. Ukrainian artillery prepared perfectly, executed perfectly. Russian column provided perfect targets. Result was inevitable. 36 vehicles destroyed, hundreds of casualties, 0 gain. This pattern repeats at Vuhledar. Multiple columns destroyed. Same kill zones, same tactics, same results. Russian command doesn't adapt, just sends more columns, more vehicles, more men to die the same way. This is institutional failure manifesting as tactical catastrophe repeatedly. This is IronBullet. We analyze battles that define wars. This column's destruction defines Vuhledar battle, where Ukrainian defensive preparation is so thorough that Russian attacks become suicide missions, where artillery precision turned approach routes into graveyards, where 36 vehicles die in 51 minutes because defenders are professional and attackers are predictable. This happened multiple times. Russians kept attacking, kept dying, kept achieving nothing. Eventually, Vuhledar fell. After months, After 150 plus vehicles destroyed, after thousands of casualties, Russian victory measured in ruined town they can't use and casualties they can't afford. Ukrainian retreat preserved forces for battles that matter. Both sides claim victory. Both paid enormous price. Neither gained anything strategic. Then subscribe to IronBullet. Because in modern warfare, preparation beats improvisation. Ukrainian artillery prepared for weeks. Russian column improvised response when shells arrived. Preparation won. 36 vehicles proved it. Artillery precision is product of preparation, training, and competence. Ukrainian artillery has all three. Russian forces have mass and momentum. Precision defeats mass. Preparation defeats momentum. Gap between competence levels is measured in destroyed armor and dead crews. 51 minutes taught that lesson. Russian command ignored it. More columns died. Same lessons. Still ignored. 36 armored vehicles. 51 minutes. 1 kill zone. 0 survivors. That's artillery precision when defenders prepare and attackers cooperate. Ukrainian artillery prepared. Russian column cooperated by being exactly where Ukrainian guns expected. Math was calculated weeks before. Execution was automatic when variables aligned. This is modern artillery warfare, not random shelling. Mathematical destruction. 36 vehicles proved it. 51 minutes proved it. Wreckage visible from space proves it still. Real battles, real tactics, real consequences. Stay informed.